One thing that a lot of people mess up in the dating world is they don't ask the uncomfortable questions or the questions that are personal to them to make sure that this person is going to be their person. So the questions I'm talking about are stuff like, what was your childhood like? Are you close to your parents? What happened to your life relationship? Do you want to get married? Are you dating to marry? Do you have kids? And if you do you want more? And if you don't have kids, how many kids do you want to have? What's your dreams? What are your goals? What's your future looking like? How are you mentally, physically, and emotionally? And people don't ask these questions. People always ask things like, oh, what's your favorite color, your favorite food, what do you like to do? And that's cool and all, but you can't do anything with that information if you two are on two different pathways. And you can be on two different pathways heading to the same direction, but you won't know that unless you ask those uncomfortable questions, because there's so many times where people will date somebody and they break up or they're in a situation because they're like, oh, well, I want to get married, but this person doesn't. I want to have kids, but this person doesn't. And you sit there and you look and you're like, how'd you end up in that situation? Because you should have already asked that question before y'all even got together, so this situation does not happen. And you have to understand, if you're looking for your person, you cannot feel uncomfortable asking these uncomfortable questions, because there's so many times where people put on persona. They're trying to be the person that this person wants them to be. So when someone's just going with the flow, you're like, yeah, I like this, or yeah, I want this, and you just put on this fake persona. So then once y'all get together and you get comfortable, and all of a sudden your real ways start coming out, y'all start butting heads, or your relationship starts causing issues because you're like, oh, wait a minute, you want this, or wait, I didn't want this, or wait, why you like this? And it's one of the things where you're like, well, you should have asked that before, or you should have known that, but you didn't catch it because you never asked, or you were too afraid to. And you should never feel afraid to ask your partner certain questions on information that you need to know, because forever is a long time. And the only way to be able to find your person is if you ask the questions that need to be answered. For more videos like this, like, share, and hit that follow button. Until the next time, run away with me.